Alright, so if last time we were left with nothing, we kind of continue with nothing. Perfect. Oh hey, there's Chad. Let's complain to him. And apparently we're lame, because we don't have a Navi. Well, you know what? No, not that. Go away! And, believe it or not, being rude to him actually gives you back your PET. And, yeah, we can earn more money. I don't think Mega Man understands the gravity of the situation. But, we can talk to this guy, and he's like, kind of possessed. Yeah, I don't know anybody that talks like this normally. So, he says, answer 5 questions, we win a prize. Okay. So, what does the park side look like? It's an elephant. What distinguishes that? I think if you talk to it, it says it's about the selection. How many tents? There's 3. Where she worked before, I actually knew this first time playing. She worked at a restaurant, because I talked to everybody when I first played. And talked to all 3 of these guys in a row. Now, I didn't know that this actually stood for something. But it's easy to guess that since it starts with a Z, it's gotta be the Zeta Cannon. So, for our troubles, we get a cannon asterisk. I won't be able to use that very much. Mostly because I've already replaced the cannons. So, let's have a nice flight. Flying isn't actually too bad. That is if you have something to do. If you don't, it's flat out horrible. And after a 10-hour flight, good grief. And so let's talk to everybody. Namaste, what the heck does that mean? And, why not talk to the locals? What the heck did she say? Yeah, let's just say that was a surprise first time I played. They kind of speak in directional arrows. Why? Thankfully, though, we have instant Google Translate, so let's just show them the passport. Why are we here? Meeting. That's about how we would sound in the real world. So, after all that, that was it. And let's save, since we got our PET back, and oh hey, it's the guy that stole our money. Let's talk to him twice, and he's like, oh crap, you want my money? You want your money back? Dang. Alright, this isn't like too terribly bad. Just gotta get rid of everything. And as you see, these guys are just kind of everywhere. Especially that yellow fishy-like thing. Person. Whatever you want to call it. Ah. Oddly enough, this is the only game I've seen that thing where that thing doesn't give you a chip. It only appears in special occasions. And by that I mean, like in these fights that are done through request, or just like random special battles you have to do. Kind of interesting, that. Alright, so damage you, get the heck out. Thankfully these things don't charge multiple times like they do in the next game. Not very fun having to dodge them multiple times. Oh, I've actually played quite a bit further in my real life game than I have in this game for once. I had a lot of spare time yesterday, mostly because I was on the road a lot. Could actually do a program, man, so why not? Man, I love using Punch. It's gotta be one of the best program masters I've never used up until now. And of course I miss him. Why not? Alright, got Invis 2. And how about I just do that? Now I'm invisible, so nobody can hurt me. And that was a fairly long battle. And I didn't even get anything out of it. Not like you could, though, that you haven't gotten before. And so we got all of our money back. All 19,000, that's a pretty good amount to have. And we talked to her. Well, what do you know, it's Rabita. And believe it or not, this is actually kind of scary. You can already fight her V3 form. Yeah. she's very, very hard to defeat. And thankfully I didn't get hit there. So let me see if I can actually hit her or something crazy like that. Nope, not yet. Yeah, she's kind of very fast now. I'm surprised I haven't gotten hit yet. I'm surprised I haven't jinxed myself yet. And don't really have to use Invisible 2. I'm doing fairly well right now. This is usually about the point in the game in my real life game I got the Toadman V2. Ah, there we go. Guts Punch. Well, since it's all Unicode, I can actually use the Invisible 2 this time. So now I can actually use Punch as well as beat the crap out of her. Man, I love that. Just so much power. Yeah, there's a slap attack in case you've never seen it before. OPQ. Huh. I'm gonna actually do a lot better than I was expecting. Already gotten 2 program advances without a style. I have Aqua's custom in my real life game in case you're wondering. And there we go, actually. Yay. Not good enough to get her chip. Aww. I might try and get her chip. Let me just see how many attempts it takes me. Alright, the answer is no. I cannot get her chip yet. With the lack of styles, I can't really do much of anything. Alright, so let's just leave and try and figure out transportation. So, we could go on a public bus, but how about this guy? So, yeah, totally trust strangers. Yeah, why is he doing this again? And why is Mega Man so naive in times? I don't know. So, apparently we don't get a choice, and we just go. And love this music. Of course, I love most of the music in the Battle number 2 anyway, but I love this music especially. It's just got that nice, elegant feel to it. As if this is like the Great Britain of this game. And it's like, alright, we're here. And door's locked. And, yep, as you guessed, he wants all of our chips. Why? Because they fetch a good price. You tell him, Lane, don't back down. Gimme! Yeah, this is just a very, very weird amalgamation of lines. And so he knocks us out of his car. And he just says we can go to the hotel. Now, he didn't steal anything in our folder. He stole everything in our pack. So if you wanted to make any folder changes, well, before going to that guy, well, too bad. Now, of course, like in this game, you can jack into everything. So let's just go into here. This thing is something very important, only for one reason. I unlocked your chip, which you'll see why in a few minutes. Yeah, this place actually has a good bit of enemies in it. You wouldn't expect it. So we can use Toadman to get rid of the Sparky, and use the dash attack to get rid of that. Now, got a Cannon C, that's actually important. All I need to do is get a Cannon D now, and I can make another program advance. Yes! Holy cow, I can't believe I actually got this enemy. This is the main reason this thing is good. This has the electric version of that, you know the Aqua Ball I have? This is where you get the Elect Ball. Very important, that. And so what we do is, same as before. Wait, that didn't pop it. That's weird though, it always pops it. Darn. Seriously? I didn't get it. Alright, let's just try and escape. That's weird though, I mean, I got the Elect Ball in my real life game. Oh yeah, Utopia, if you don't have a lot of good chips now, this is a good place to grind, because you get a lot of higher up enemies. Like, Tough Bunnies, Canada 2s. Did I seriously just start this battle without any chips? yeah, if you didn't do the Mr. Famous thing, this is where you would grind up to get all the things you wanted. And oddly enough, I got a cannon F. I already have one of those though, so no need. Can't believe I messed up that opportunity. I guess it was because I was invisible was why. Just darn though, I love that chip. I just love that class of chips anyway. Alright, so this, it's not about not getting hit. That'd be nice. Shoot. I hate these enemies just because they're so hard to hit. And at least swords with what? At least stuff with wide effect does good damage. So you can do that and get the Electric Ball. I'll probably have to do that on a major grinding session I'm gonna do at the end of this episode. And oh hey, we can look around town. So let's go into the back alleys. That's totally safe. Love this guy's line. This ain't turn distraction. Beat it, kid. And I love if you check here. There's a rat snacking on something, and it turns out that was a rig up too. Lovely. Love the music here too. It's just very backstreetish. Talk to this guy and it's like, the minorities in the poor live here. So kind of like Freshmen to Bel Air or West Philadelphia. And they don't like strangers. Let's get away from here while I was thinking about it. More cussing. Alright then. So that's about it from there. You can talk to this girl. Apparently this is the world's financial center. Now let's just go in the hotel room. Relax a little. And here's some more weird lines. What kind of hotel is this? Yeah, it's a one-room hotel. Of course it's dangerous traveling alone. There was dangerous enough when I was with my dad when I was going on mission trips. My goodness. You only got it because you agreed with me, right? Yeah. They're just kind of angry at each other. That's not very nice. I don't feel like being nice. So, yeah, anger. So much anger. And we could use this. This is a 10. That's actually a special chip trader. Put in 10 chips, you can usually get a rarer chip. And oh hey, it's Hixby. And the music kind of went quiet. Hey Hixby. Oh hey, it's even the old music. But I like the other music. Put the other music back on. So apparently he's on a rare chip collecting trip around the world. And our man's on the net. Well, I guess we can't get his chip this time. And of course he's not fussing with Mega Man. Huh. Alright, so sad music. Okay. Why not Y-O-U-R? Really? So we helped him stop being evil, and now he's... I don't even know how you're supposed to say that. Alright, so after that we decided to go apologize. So let's just go over and apologize right away. No need to dilly-dally. Although first we can check this refrigerator. Interesting story behind this. This was the last HP memory I got the first time I played through my game. I could not find that. And I can't believe they'd actually put something on something you would... Put something important like that on something you jack into. So we can talk to Mega Man and it's like, I'm sorry. He's like, you won't forgive me? Nope. Turns out actually somebody came in and took our passport. Lovely. He's like, you haven't done anything wrong, it was all my fault. Yeah, sorry my commentary's not the best, it's just kind of... First day I gone back in a little while, I think. And so we're like, where's our passport? Well, if you talk to her, you should see him in the Topia Park. Ain't nothing the dude doesn't know. Alright. If you talk to everybody, Most of them are usually, I like this little thing. I left my camera in Electopia. Come on, snap a photo. Yay. Talking to him, however, he's saying I'll look for him. Jim, who lives on the back street, knows about it. Well, let's just go talk to Jim, why don't we? And if you don't know who Jim is, it's actually the kid that cussed earlier. Lovely. Why do I gotta tell you my name, huh? Alright, so he wants to help since Gramps sent him. Guess it's his name. Apparently the guard asterisk chip is rare, which is odd because you'll see that in a little bit. Alright, he's saying the passport will be on the cyber world. So we gotta get our Navi into the net. However, to get in, we need Raul's permission. And the thing is, if it reaches the internet, we'll never find it, so we better hurry. As you're wondering who Raul is, yep, it's the rather unique looking NPC over here. So he's like, alright, I'll help, but I don't like weakening. So we settle this the old fashioned net battler way. We have to be his net Navi Thunderman. So if we can beat him, we can continue on. And he likes to say that every time you fight him. Meet what used to be my most hated fight. Of course, now I've gotten over him and I've realized there's much worse out there. Trust me, you'll see him. And he sends out clouds, which, if you stay in front of like this, they send out stuff like that. And of course I get hit by the thunderballs he shoots out. The thunderballs aren't very bad to dodge, though, compared to a lot of other stuff. Oh yeah, and imagine me trying to do this in Aqua Custom style. Lovely, I know. Yeah, they can go either up or down, depending on where you were. So many chips I'm not using. I'm gonna have to do some more major chip grinding to get better chips. Yeah, it kind of stays in the back row. He doesn't really do much except for attack it. Why'd I walk into that? He doesn't really do much except for attacking with either the lightning balls or the lightning strikes that he does. I used to hate him because I always used sword chips when I was first playing. And nowadays I've actually learned to use other stuff besides sword chips, so it's not quite as bad now. And with that we get HiCannon C. Ow. Oh, are you kidding me? I've wasted this pretty much. Nope, I hit him once. I hit him once. I whip my hair back and forth. Why am I speaking so oddly? Why did I just bring up one of the weirdest songs in the world? Why am I still talking about that subject? Why am I doing so dang horrible? MNO. Alright, that'll work. Yeah, this guy isn't hard once you know what you're doing. It's when you don't know what you're doing that he becomes pretty dang impossible. Like, if you don't know what you're doing and you always use sword chips until now, well, you're gonna have some tough luck fighting this guy. And let's do that. How'd I hit him? Yeah, it actually has a pretty easy to abuse pattern. Darn it, I can't use this program advance. I don't have another one that I can use immediately. All you have to do is make sure he stands still enough for you to attack him with a longer ranged attack. Alright. I'll do this program advance just because it'd be a little bit simpler to hit him with, instead of like having to make sure he's going to stand still enough for me to hit him with all the punches. So, good old-fashioned gun shoot. Whee! Alright, there we go. And yes, I know I did pretty awful. But, at least I can get to the net now. I love this line. Could I be an Electopian samurai? I'm not sure if that means that Electopia is supposed to be the Japan, but I don't know. It's just very, very odd line there. we are in the stereo system. Yeah, that's right, you can jack into the poor people's stereo system. That's just cruel. They can't afford anything but a stereo, and a public stereo, and yet you're already using it. Oh yeah, you got a wind chip. That's actually pretty important for using the most broken program advance in this game. But I can't use it quite yet, but trust me, since I don't really have a very good amount of attack, since I don't have a style right now, I decided that I'm gonna go ahead and use the program advance in my folder, at least until I can get a good style to actually make up for the fact I have very, very bad stuff and everything. You know, I don't really have a good amount of attack power. And oh hey, I got the remote bit. Those are in the first game. Although trust me, this game doesn't make quite as many references to the first game as number 4 did. My goodness, number 4. And so we can use the code, and welcome to the Netopian net. And apparently we gotta go to Net Square. So since we're in Netopia 2, we could actually go in Netopia 1 and explore, but there's a better reason to go back there later. For now, let's just kind of explore a little. Right here we get a little bit of money. That's not too good, but not too bad either. Now here's where you get that rare, like, Netopian chip. Alright, so let's just line all these guys up, and there we go. Now, that probably wasn't good enough to... Oh, it was. And they still didn't highlight the S. I hate that glitch. So weird. So Net Square's up the slope. Yeah, this place is kind of confusing. I mean, just very confusing if you don't know what you're doing. Thankfully, I've played through this game about 3 times now, so I'm good. I could do a program advance right off the bat. Hopefully, though, I'm just gonna get Zap Ring too. So, can I have my Zap Ring too? No. Yeah, when I was playing my real life game, the game was being very mean with actually giving me the chips. I don't know if it was because I have custom style or not, but I was talking like Battle Network 1 rarity of getting chips. Anyone who's played Battle Network 1 knows what I'm talking about. Alright, so... I did poorly enough to get that again? No. Darn, I'm doing too well. Which is not something you'll hear me say often. Because in order to progress the storyline, you actually have to get guard asterisk. Otherwise you won't know where all your chips went. Because right now we're trying to look for a passport on the net. On the net. Why am I referencing that show? I was never a fan of it. I mean, even when I was a kid, I never really liked it. Of course, I do poorly enough to get Zap Ring 2. Oddly enough, this goes against the rules. There's no BugFrags in underneath there. Talk to this guy, however. He has a wind asterisk, a fan asterisk, a barrier asterisk, and a Zap Ring 1 asterisk. For those of you who want to do the stupid powerful program advance, get the win and the fan asterisk. Now allow me to rearrange my folder real quick. Oh yeah, that's right, I don't have my gate man since I lost all my chips. I guess I'll be showing off the program advance later. Just, anyone who's played this game 100%ed it and knows which program advance I'm talking about, you'll agree with me, that program advance is incredibly, incredibly cheap. But there's Number Man and Ratties. Believe it or not, I'm actually not mad to see these guys, even though they're horrible in this game when it comes to actually killing them. Yeah, they don't like getting where you are. Well, they don't like staying where you are. Not to mention they go way too quickly whenever they get too much damage. They were, you know, nerfed in this third game, but in this game, nope, no luck there. Huh, there's a Ratton1 K. Oddly, which is good for me. And, oh, come on, again. Well, there's those guys. And I'm probably gonna get one of their better chips. Yep. All I need now is a J, and J is actually one of the easier ones to get, so yeah. Let's just go into the net square to, you know, stay alive. I'm not gonna sing that song because I cannot do that high voice. And I want to do one thing real quick while we're here. Talking to this guy, if you have the Hammer Z from the trade you did with the Escape in. Oh wait, I don't have it. You can trade with somebody to get that chip, but I guess I didn't get that chip. Oh well, next time we'll try and continue finding our passport.